the 1971 Chevrolet El Camino SS454 LS6, part muscle car, part pickup, and 100% beast. Chevrolet's El Camino blurred the lines between utility and performance, but in 1971, it roared into legend with the LS6 454 Big Block V8, the most powerful engine you could get from GM at the time. Rated at 425 horsepower and 500 lb-ft of torque, the LS6 turned this car-truck hybrid into a street-scorching monster. It was the same engine found in the legendary Chevy SS 454, giving the El Camino SS serious muscle car cred. The LS6 option was rare in 1971. Emission standards and insurance hikes were already strangling high performance. But for a brief moment, Chevrolet let the El Camino off the leash, and if you ordered the SS package with the LS6, you got a factory hot rod with bed space to haul. Well, anything fast enough to keep up. With its aggressive styling, cowl induction hood, SS badging, and rally wheels, the 71 El Camino looked ready for battle. And once you stomped the throttle, it delivered with brutal acceleration and unmistakable big block thunder. Only around 250 El Camino SS 454 LS6s were ever built, making this one of the rarest and most collectible muscle machines of the era. Whether you see it as a muscle car in disguise or a performance pickup with attitude, the 71 El Camino SS 454 LS6 is a forgotten icon that deserves respect. If you're all about sleeper power, muscle history, and rare builds, hit subscribe, check out the CarSwagger garage for exclusive merch, and join the muscle movement. Stay loud, stay proud. This is CarSwagger. Subscribe for more rare and wild Chevy muscle legends. Grab exclusive gear at the CarSwagger garage. Comment below. Would you take the LS6 El Camino or a Chevy SS? Next, the 1970 Chevrolet COPO LT-1 Nova, a lightweight sleeper with Corvette power and no mercy. Back in the day, COPO meant one thing: bending the rules. And in 1970, Chevy insiders used the central office production order to create something truly wicked. A compact Nova stuffed with a high-revving LT1 350 V8, straight out of the Corvette and Camaro Z28. This wasn't your average grocery getter. The LT1 engine brought 360 horsepower, solid lifters, a forged steel crank, high flow heads, and a serious attitude. When dropped into the small Nova body, it became one of the most underestimated muscle cars of its era. No flashy stripes, no SS badges, just raw power in a plain wrapper. This car looked mild, but it ran wild. A true street sleeper that could surprise Mopars and Mustangs alike. And since only a few were made, it's also one of the rarest and most collectible Novas ever built. The COPO LT-1 Nova is a pure example of factory performance done in secret, for those who knew how to ask. If you live for hidden legends and factory freaks, smash subscribe, check out the CarSwagger garage for exclusive merch, and keep the COPO legacy alive. Stay loud, stay proud. This is CarSwagger. Comment below. Would you rather have an LT1 Nova or a big block Chevelle? The 1975 Chevrolet Laguna S3, the forgotten NASCAR warrior that brought muscle to the malaise era. By the mid-70s, federal regulations were choking the life out of muscle cars, but Chevy wasn't ready to wave the white flag just yet. Enter the Laguna S3, a sleek, aerodynamic, and aggressive-looking coupe that went straight from showroom to superspeedway. With its sloped nose, urethane front end, and ducktail rear spoiler, the Laguna S3 was born for NASCAR, and it dominated. Drivers like Cale Yarborough pushed it to the front of the pack, making it a Chevy favorite in the Winston Cup Series. Under the hood, you had options, from a 350 small block to the mighty 454 big block V8, cranking out torque and making this one of the last GM muscle coupes before the era faded away. But the Laguna wasn't just about speed, it had style. Swivel bucket seats, rally gauges, bold stripes, and a road presence that screamed 70s muscle with a NASCAR edge. Today, it's one of the most underrated Chevy muscle cars ever made, and a must-know for true enthusiasts. If you're into rare Chevys and underdog legends, smash subscribe, check out the CarSwagger garage for gear, and keep the legacy of the S3 rolling. Stay loud. Stay proud. This is CarSwagger. Subscribe for more forgotten Chevy muscle legends. Comment below. Would you drive this NASCAR-inspired street car daily? The 1970 Chevrolet Monte Carlo SS454, a luxury cruiser with big block brawn and sleeper vibes. When Chevy dropped the Monte Carlo in 1970, it wasn't just about class and comfort. It was about putting some muscle into the luxury coupe market. And with the optional SS454 package, the Monte Carlo became a street beast in disguise. Under the hood was the mighty LS5 454 cubic inch V8, cranking out 360 horsepower and 500 lb-ft of torque. That's the same torque rating as the Chevy SS, but wrapped in a sleeker, more refined shell. The SS454 came equipped with turbo-hydromatic transmission, heavy-duty suspension, power front disc brakes, and a rear sway bar, making it one of the best-balanced big cars of its time. This wasn't just muscle. This was muscle in a tuxedo. What made the Monte Carlo SS special was that it didn't scream muscle. No wild stripes, no loud graphics. Just a single SS badge and that massive big block rumble under the hood. And while the Monte Carlo was meant to go toe-to-toe with Ford's Thunderbird and Chrysler's personal luxury coupes, the SS454 proved it could hold its own at the drag strip too. Only about 3,800 SS454 Monte Carlos were made in 1970, making it a rare gem for collectors and Chevy diehards. Today, it's respected not only for its performance, but also for its understated style. The 1970 Monte Carlo SS is proof that muscle cars don't have to be loud to be legendary. Want more stories about factory sleepers, rare builds, and street legends? Smash that subscribe button. Check out the CarSwagger garage for gear, and ride with us as we keep muscle history alive. Stay bold, stay fast. This is CarSwagger. At number 5, the 1972 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, a factory-built race car disguised as a street machine. In the early 70s, the muscle car scene was beginning to feel the heat of rising insurance costs and tightening emissions. But Chevrolet had one last trick up its sleeve: the ultra-rare ZR1 package, a Corvette built not for comfort but for the track. At the heart of the ZR1 was the legendary LT1 350 small block V8, pushing out a raw 255 horsepower. While that number might sound tame today, the engine's high-revving nature, solid lifter cam, 11R1 compression, and aluminum components made it a screamer at the top end. But the ZR1 was more than just an engine. It was a full performance package. No power windows, no AC, no radio. Just heavy-duty suspension, power brakes, posy traction rear axle, and close-ratio 4-speed transmission. Chevrolet stripped out the luxuries and left the essentials. Only 20 ZR1 Corvettes were built in 1972, making it one of the rarest and most sought-after performance packages ever offered on a C3. From the outside, it looked like any other Corvette. But under the fiberglass, it was a true race-ready warrior, built for high-performance purists who wanted a lightweight, high-revving, corner-carving machine. This was Corvette's last stand before the full brunt of emissions regulations took over. And today, the ZR1 stands as a symbol of what the Corvette could be when GM let the engineers lead. Into rare builds and factory race cars? Subscribe now. Check out the CarSwagger garage for exclusive gear, and keep the muscle legacy alive. Comment below. Would you daily drive a stripped-down factory racer like this? Stay fast, stay focused. This is CarSwagger. Thanks for watching. Peace.